Have you ever thought about the idea Rome wasn't built in a day? Have you ever thought about whether that can apply to relationships? G'day and welcome to Small Steps Through Life. Today we're on the escarpment track and I'm looking at relationships, and today I'm particularly looking at building Rome, or things take time. In relationships, we often get a situation where there is a mismatch between what is sought and desired and what is offered. That is difficult. It is difficult because we want what we want, we need what we need. The other person can be the person that we seek it from. Okay, there's not much we can do about that. It is the nature of a relationship. However, we also sometimes think, I'm going to offer what I can, and we might think the other person expects instant change. And it doesn't matter whether or not they say they don't or do, our perception can often be that we think they expect Rome to be built in a day. And a lot of that comes from the idea that if it stays around long enough, if the needs and wants aren't being addressed, then we put pressure on ourselves. Even if the other person is saying, it's okay, we don't feel the relief that we should feel of when we make progress. If we're not making progress, we're going to feel a little bit unsure how to move forward. Because we're not getting runs on the board, we're not seeing any buildings built, let alone the whole of Rome. So what can we do about it? What we can do, and what we need to do, is look for small gains, small steps forward. What do they seek? What do they want? How do we give them a step? But in part of that is the idea that we are going to continue the journey. We're not saying this one thing is what I will do and it's to replace for all the things you want. We're going to also convey the idea that we're going to offer this because it's step one. We do plan to keep moving forward because that's what we can do. Life should be a journey of gradual improvements, gradual refinements as the journey unfolds. And that is where the true magic of life, including relationships, happens. So if we're not sure how to make steps forward, maybe it's a case of either ask what would be a small step forward, or put it aside for a bit. Is there something else that you can work on, or that I can work on, that will take the dynamic one step closer to what the other person seeks? Another good thing about doing this is we're modelling to the other person that small steps are good. So we're wanting to make it so that both sides can look at small steps towards better connection, better communication, better needs being met. It's a great tool because it's a tool for life. It doesn't matter which relationship, it works for all of them. Gradually move towards being the best version of you. Gradually move towards being the best person that you can in the relationships that you seek, growing them the way you want them to grow. Will they be exactly what you expect? Not likely, because the person you're with isn't you. They've got a different upbringing, so they're going to bring something different to the table. It will be different than you expect, different than they expect, and that's okay. It'll mean that the journey that you're on has now got more dynamic paths that you couldn't predict. But it could be the start of something truly amazing. So, enjoy the journey. See some unexpected things. Be amazed at who you can become and where you are moving in your life. And I want to say, see you later.